Here's something. Vagina in and around my mouth. My girlfriend and I disagree on how HPV causes throat cancer. I assume I've heard from admittedly uneducated sources that throat cancer from HPV is caused by where it is contracted. Yes, the mouth. From eating my girl's sweet vertical smile, and as well as vertical cervical cancer being caused by making white deep inside her. To make it, this language, to me it makes logical sense that there is a clear connection, seeing as how that's where contact was made and cancer is formed in that general location. She believes that the area the HPV is distributed has nothing to do with where it shows up in your body. I hope you can clear this up. Don't piece somebody beat me and blah, blah, blah. It's better to be pissed off than pissed on.
So she thinks
that somehow it's going throughout your body and then comes out in a certain place.
Right. He's saying like cervical cancer is caused from somebody with HPV coming inside you.
Right.
And he's saying it's caused by, it can be caused from him eating her out.
So she's saying that you contract it anywhere and it can come out somewhere else.
Okay.
Okay. He's saying the point of contact is where you get the warts or the cancer. So let me, because he was sort of right and sort of wrong. So
Can I guess this one?
Yeah.
I think the point where you initially contacted is probably where you're going to have your first outbreak.
Yes, true.
But not necessarily. But it can spread anywhere else.
Not sort of yes and sort of
okay.
no. So it is generally like syphilis or like herpes that it's the point of contact, because the warts and those areas where the virus is really reproducing is what creates the contact and creates the transmission.
Okay.
So the reason the cervix gets it is because that's where the tip of the penis is. And not because it comes out in the semen so much. It's a skin to skin kind of transmission, or at least skin to cervical membrane kind of thing. Same thing with the mouth. The mouth, your skin is a much thicker barrier. The mouth is a very thin barrier. So if there's, you're getting fluids in your mouth or you're getting a penis in your mouth, that shit gets right in there. Now, it's not strictly speaking, because obviously vaginal fluids also have the virus in it, and so you're sort of swallowing those, and they get into the throat as well. It's when we say throat cancer, we're really saying head and neck cancer. So it's all in this region. It's the pharynx, larynx, all this region up in here. And and Michael Douglas even said it out loud. He said, "I got it from eating pussy." He said it on a golf course one day. I heard of a sort of off the cuff interview on somebody's iPhone. And that's it. You get it from mouth to vagina contact or mouth to penis contact. And by the same token, you can transmit it to those areas if you have it in your mouth and throat. More commonly, it's genital to genital contact.
But isn't it pretty much gone?
HPV?
Yeah.
It's much better because of the vaccine. But we still have lots of people getting cancers now because they contracted it years ago before there was a vaccine. So we're seeing a marked uptick in head and neck cancers in men, HPV-related head and neck cancers, particularly in gay men, but also in straight men. So yes, good times. So get your damn vaccine.
But you can't get it from men, right?
100% men get it. And there was a long time when you couldn't get it in your sort of middle ages. Now you can't. Anybody can essentially get it. Oh. So you can protect yourself against there's the 6 subtypes of HPV that are more likely to cause cancer. You're not 100% protected, but you're pretty well protected.
I'll take 90-some.
Yeah. I think it's good. And I would say, the people that take issue with the HPV vaccine, I can't get my head around it. It's a very safe vaccine. There's had some stuff like every vaccine, but for the most part, it's very safe and it prevents cancer. Head and neck, penis, cervix, anus. Look, all this cancer has been going up because of all the HPV flying around, and we can take care of that. Why you wouldn't, I don't know. So did we get to, let's see, we did that.
Are the Booth Boys, are you guys vaccinated against HPV?
They probably got in there little. They probably got in there like 12 years old.
Oh, because they're younger than us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they was available then. That's when it has optimal benefit.
Yeah, back in my day, you just had HPV.
Mm-hmm. You got that shit.
And you dealt with it.
And then the doctor came at you with a laser or something to fry off the warts.
Yeah. What do you know about freezing off your warts for prom? You fucking
Nothing,
spoiled.
fortunately.
You not had that done?
Nope.
That used to be part of the ritual of going to prom.
Oh, man.
Get the liquid nitrogen on your peni.
Yep.
Oh, God.
And everybody knew.
We now have this thing called Aldera cream that's pretty good, imiquimod.
We really are living in the golden age of
medicine. There's so much we can do.
Yeah, medicine, comedy, fucking is on an all new level.
Porn,
movies. Yeah, we're living in the golden age, but also
it's got a lot of baggage with it.
Yeah. I mean,
our brains can't handle it.
Yeah, our great grandkids aren't gonna enjoy life at all.
Why? It's gonna be too much.
I just think it's gonna just be hot all the fucking time.
Oh, what is that?
The extreme weather events, and I mean, maybe I'm sure they'll figure out some different way.
Yeah,
but they're gonna be around when the resources are really running low, and it's gonna be wars. It doesn't matter who you got HPV from, because I feel like if you get HPV from a horrible person, that it'll be like a worse strain.
Well, not necessarily. It doesn't correlate quite like that, except to say that horrible people might get exposed to more strains. And the more strains, maybe the more you come upon something nasty.
Have you ever come across somebody that had all of them?
We don't really test them for strains. What you sort of see is like, well, now they're coming up with an abnormal pap smear, and then they're coming up with a wart, and then they're coming up with, they come up with different things that in my head sometimes is different infections. So.
But like, has someone ever waited too long to come to you, and they finally come see you, and you go, oh wow, like you have AIDS, cancer, HPV, and a cold?
Commonly, I believe the data when I was working deep in the STI world was if you had one, you likely had three.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And AIDS was not an uncommon one.
I'm surprised there's not more being about, because Burning Man just ended.
Yeah.
And as crazy as things get out there, it's crazy to me that there isn't more talk of rampant STD spreading.
Well, I don't understand Burning Man. I see a lot of couples go out there. Are they stepping out? Or?
Yeah, they stepping out. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because unless they stay handcuffed to each other, you don't know what you're.
Well, you're all loaded and stuff too the whole time,
yeah.
right? Everybody is.
Well, yeah, everyone's loaded. Everyone's going in and out of this and that. Everything's free. Yeah. If you bring somebody to Burning Man, they fucking somebody else. That's almost a guarantee.
Make note of that. All right.
Yeah.
Not going to Burning Man soon.